This weekend, my son went off to university, moved into halls of residence, and is about to start a 3-year course. And it's an emotional time as a parent, you know, it's an interesting time as a parent, and it triggers a lot of thoughts. Not least, it triggers a lot of memories of when I was his age doing the same thing. And I remember very, very clearly the excitement of going off to university and all the things that go with that. But the world is very different to when I went to university. The world is very, very different, and being there on campus with my son in his halls of residence, seeing, you know, the space that all of those students were soon going to be occupying, it made me realize just how different the world has become. You see, when I was at university, we didn't all have one of these, right? We didn't all have a smartphone. We didn't all have easy ways to stay in contact at home. No, when I was at university, we queued for the payphone. And that's just one of the many things that's changed. You know, when I was a student, if you wanted to take someone's picture, you had a camera with film in it. You took a picture with film, you had to send that film away, or you had to take it in a shop and wait for them to process it to see what those pictures were. And if those pictures were too offensive, they were gone, right? You didn't get them back. And people didn't take that many pictures because it was expensive. But how different is the world now? So I want to give you a couple of tips really for Freshers Week, for, you know, students going to university around social media. And one of them is about kind of keeping yourself protected, and the other one is about how you can build a level of equity in who you are to help you with your career when you leave. And actually, they both fall into the same camp. You see, they're both about personal branding. You've got the element of how do you build your personal brand, as in having your degree certificate is one thing, but if you've got a brand that goes with it, that shows what you stand for, that shows what your values are, that a potential employer or a potential business associate, if you're going to start your own thing, can look at it and go, I know what this person is about. You know, not only do I know what their degree is, I know why they stand out differently to every other person I'm talking to that's got the same qualification. So if you can build that personal brand, that's key. And, you know, show your experiences, show what you know, build a blog, build a vlog, do all of those things, and document what you're doing. But there's a flip side to that. Going back to what I was saying about when I was a student, how, you know, cameras had film in them and they were expensive to use and people didn't use them all the time, and, you know, it just wasn't a common thing to be taking lots of pictures. Now it is. Now it's common to take pictures. Now it's common to take videos. Now it's common for those things to end up on social media. And here is the big thing. Do they fit with the personal brands you want people to see when you leave? Do they fit with the personal brand you want people to see when you graduate, when you're looking for a job? What's the message that's going to appear on social media about you? Does it support what you want to do career-wise? Does it support what you want to do in the rest of your life? Or does it have the potential to hold you back? And I urge every single student, every single university student starting now in Freshers Week to take this on board. To think about the implications of how their lives are being documented, because everybody's life now, in some way, shape or form, if you're on social media, is being documented. What message does it give? Now, if you're not a university student and you're watching this, it still applies to you. You still want to think about what's the message you're putting out. How does that message work in terms of the audience that you want to be connected with? What do people see of you? And I'm not saying put like a false version of you on social media, no. But you do need to think carefully about what you share. The things that you want to be private in your life, keep them private, keep them offline. You know, people talk to me about how do I keep something private online? The answer is don't put it online. You know, something's really private to you, keep it private to you. But if it's something that's going to help you in your career and in your business, and it's going to help you to build your personal brand and get people to know you, then, you know, social media is the perfect tool for that. So this is just a quick message aimed at students, but it applies to everyone that's out there in social media world. Hope you found it useful, and I'll catch up with you very, very soon. Cheers.